Good evening, everyone. Welcome to All Things Arsenal again. Today we are looking at the post-match analysis versus Leeds away at Ellen Road, where the Arsenal won 4-1. That's three games on the bounce again for the third time this season. There's a lot of free analogies tonight that they've won. Kingsley, let's get straight into it. Talk to us about the game.
Solid performance in that first half. Not a solid performance in the second half. I don't know if we took our foot off the gas, thought the game was already won, or Leeds came out much stronger. But that's the difference between us and Liverpool, Chelsea, City. I know that's what we're trying to get, so I'm not gonna complain too much. But the difference is evident, and you can see it. But I thought that first half was brilliant. Xhaka, I was really impressed with Xhaka. And Leeds are in a poor form at the moment, and they're missing loads of key players. So I can't be over the top with the performances. However, you gotta play what's in front of you. Chelsea struggled to break down this Leeds squad. We've done it with ease. Very happy with Martinelli. I think he's really getting onto it now. His second goal was just sublime. That's what you want to see. You want to see a natural finisher. Martinelli's a natural finisher. That's what we've been missing from the club. And it's nice to see Saka get a goal. And Smith Rowe, mate, man's coming off the bench and bagging. I don't think we've ever had that at Arsenal for a good while. Players just coming off the bench, players scoring anyway. I think he's the top goal scorer for the club now, and it's to the point where he doesn't even need 90 minutes to score. So it's lovely to see. It's very encouraging.
Definitely. I mean, before we go and look at something we're introducing today, we're going to be rating each player out of 10. Can't wait to see what you're calling people. But before we get into that, I've never doubted that Xhaka can, impress himself against a team that's not coming at you. We've seen him do it before. I do think, and I've said this before, in the long term, Arteta will want to play a more forward-thinking midfield three. Hence why he's tried it about 3-4 times now when he felt, a team was set. But I think he knows that Partey can't handle that on his own. So whether he is going to be growing Sambi or maybe Naus for them to duke it out with Partey to take that position. See, I think he knows Xhaka can't do that. I think there's options that he could do, and I won't speculate still. I see things develop, but that's one thing I think he does want to do, because at the end of the day, if your team are pressing well and they are recovering or winning the ball back higher up the pitch, your creative players are going to have more of an influence on the game. But for now, with the players he does have, he's got to go for the 4-2-3 because it's what's going to help give the team the balance that it needs. So I'm not surprised, Xhaka did that in the first half.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you see the other side of this game, whereby things, and it's always when things are going well, that he has this rush of blood to the head. I don't get it, and I'm not going to debate it because we've seen it too many times before. That's what I'll say on that.
He's Swiss, innit? You get me? Them on job. You get me? They're brutal. So, and he's our only Swiss player. So I'm putting it down that it's because he's Swiss. I think if you remember as well, our centre back Djourou, he was Swiss as well, and he was a bit rash.
What, Sendoros was rash too, huh? To be honest, Djourou and Sendoros were rash, but I just think that was what it was with those two.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Those two were once backup and they inherited. So, gosh, my, it is what it is.
It is. But no, Xhaka, you know what to expect from him now. We know what we're gonna get from a Xhaka. We know he can pull off those passes. The pass to Martinelli for his second goal, excellent vision. And to be fair to Xhaka, I've never doubted his passing range. I think he has great passing range. I think that's underrated at the club. It doesn't get talked about enough, his passing range, and his his ability to do it quickly as well. As
Yeah.
soon as he sees it, he's direct. He doesn't really contemplate on it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was good. Also for that goal as well. I don't know if you saw, but Laka was pointing Martinelli. That's what you get from Laka on the pitch rather than Aubameyang. You get me? That's the difference. And I feel like when Laka plays, because he comes deep to like create space in behind, he opens up the pitch more. We look more of a threat. He offers more. He wins more duels, more passing, more link up. He holds the ball much better. So for me, we get a similar striker like Laka who can hold the ball, link up, but can also finish. Then that's when we'll become real top 4 contenders. That's when people are like, yeah, Arsenal are serious. I thought Odegaard was fantastic. I'm seeing him get on his game that we expected him to do, which was going to come with time anyway. I never doubted it. When you have that kind of ability, it's impossible. As you said, as you've mentioned before, it's impossible for that not to come out. Tomiyasu again, but then he's such a wall, man. The way he just wins the ball back, everything he does is just neat and tidy. He's got the passion. But do you see the difference he made when Cedric came on? That if Tomiyasu ever gets injured and we have to play Cedric or Chambers, the back line is weak. Tomiyasu makes a huge difference.
Huge difference. I'm just glad someone like Ben White can play right back, because God forbid Tomiyasu ever gets a long injury at right back. I mean, taking Ben out of there would weaken the back line, but you'd think to yourself, where would make more sense? Go for someone like a Cedric. But anyway, hopefully we don't have to worry about that, because there's lots of players who've been playing for years and have kept themselves fit.
And he seems to be a fighter, so
yeah, he seems to be a fighter.
I mean, if push did come to shove, I'd be happy for Ben White to go on the right, and Tierney to drop into centre back with Gabriel and then put Tavares on the left. Maybe that can be an option. Can't see Arteta doing that, but preferably that's what I would do anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he won't go for 2 left-footed centre backs. He's gone for 2. He's gone for two right-footed centre backs before. Because there was a time where I think he had to play. Actually, no. There was one time he played 2 lefts.
Gabriel and Murray, innit?
Yeah, Gabriel and Murray played one game. I think we just had injuries, so yeah, he had to go for that. So, and obviously Gabriel being the better defender, played on the right. So yeah, we've seen it before. He might just do that. Yeah, so there's options where the backline's can't be concerned, and I'm grateful for that. But here's the other, and I think you mentioned it. It's such a beautiful sight when you see Saka driving. He looks unstoppable. Whether it's a Leeds, a Liverpool, because we saw him do it against Liverpool. Obviously, Robertson is no slouch as a left back. He's a great left back. When they started doubling up on him, that's when they got more joy. But before that, he was doing his thing, and I'm just glad to see that. I was saying to someone that come next season, when they've had more experience, if they were to finish with the stats they had now, they probably do what they did last season. But they'll do better, which means there's more points coming for this team this season. And it's just about seeing what the other teams do and seeing where they end up. Maybe Chelsea might give us a surprise and join in the top 4 fight and make it more interesting. Who knows?
I mean, we're only 6 points behind now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking at that. It changes so quickly. Like you said, those run games are coming up. The table could look very, very different again. So those are the things. Oh, there we go. We've got the the interruption, the first one of tonight. Mama can't come watch it. She's busy. I'm recording. Okay. Thank you.
That's why I have to put mine to bed quick.
There we go. Exactly. Unfortunately, it's holiday time. These lot ain't going to bed at the moment.
Yeah. Just so, I feel you.
Just to see, him doing that, and like you mentioned, ESR coming on and doing the business. I'm really, really excited for when he's gonna fit all these guys in together. And on Laka, before we now start looking at the ratings for all of them, it would be great if Laka was younger, or Laka didn't have those injuries, which I feel his injuries slowed him down. Because last season, in all the games I could play, he maintained his level of pressing and all of that throughout the game. Now you can actually tell he's conserving energy from time to time. and that's why in certain games, like those games where he came in for Odegaard kept on coming in for him at minute whatever, because Arteta knew, okay, yep, got to change it. Not because Laka was playing bad, but he just has to have that energy, keep on going, and that's what Odegaard was bringing. And obviously, I think yesterday was Laka's first 90 minutes in a while, and I think it was just down to the fact that you don't want to cause any panic in the back, and then he brings on Emil Smith Rowe, who's always forward thinking and going to either create a goal or get a goal himself. So that was good play. And then back to our guy Martinelli. Look at all the goals he scored this year. He has reminded us that it doesn't matter what finish it is, he's got it. He had the instinctive one against Newcastle, had to think fast, controlled volley. The next goal against West Ham, clearly, pixie spot. The first one yesterday, had to think instinctively, the right type of shot. Next one, he's got a bit of time, he's running through again. So many other strikers, are trying to blast that or maybe try and be cute and pass around the keeper. He's got that. So there's no, he reminds me as a former Arsenal player. He's faster than Wright. Or is he faster than Wright? I don't know if he's faster than Wright because Wright was fast. But Wright had all kinds of finishes in it. You saw Wright do in the box. You saw him do chips outside the box, dicks, everything. Such an intelligent mover in and around. And obviously, in those days, Arsenal played 4-4-2, whereas now this is 4-3-3. But he's a striker. He's a forward, and he just reminds me of that you're going to get goals or something from this guy. And Wright never really had to play the role of providing for others. His job was just be there, let's get you the ball. And obviously, today football's changed. You've got to be able to either play across the whole front three or just bring a lot more to the table. Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited as well. I think Martinelli is.
I told you that when
for sure.
Puts him in, we'll see.
Say that again. I'm losing you a little bit.
Therefore, scoring, he's providing, or he's just causing a whole load of trouble. And I think with him doing so well in scoring, it's gonna make people like ESR and Sakapat like, look, he's getting goals. We want to be getting goals too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's so good to see that.
No, it is.
Yeah, you were about to say.
No, I was saying as well, it's actually the first time in Arsenal's history where we've had 3 players under the age of 21 to score in that same match. So I thought that was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But it shows that we are leaning on our youth.
Okay, so let's start from the back.
That's good.
That's great.
From the back. Yeah. Daddy D is. Yes, sir. But yeah, guys, I believe we're gonna start from the back.
Yeah, man. Start those daddy duties. Sorry.
No, so yeah. You ain't gonna apologize for your life.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Ramsdale, yeah.
Ramsdale out of 10. What Ramsdale?
Didn't have to do too much. Yeah, he didn't have to do too much. I suppose if he saved that penalty, I'd give him a 10. But apart from that, his distribution was really good. He got us that, I think it was the 3rd goal because of his kick to Tomiyasu. So I'm gonna give him an 8.
To me, he's always confident, and this is another thing. I'm always celebrating our time I can do so, and I will also ask more of him when I feel I need to do so as well. I think Arteta has helped Ramsey to this point because Chris Wilder said something on TalkSport. He goes, "If he was playing like that for me, we would have been relegated." So I think that's such a huge compliment the coaching staff at Arsenal, they've done something to bring out whatever they saw in him. Because
Fair
I don't
play.
think he's turned into the player, but I think they're given that platform to go ahead and do that. Or maybe because he realizes at a big club that, look, I've got to put it in.
Yeah.
But whichever way you look at it, credit to everyone.
Yeah, true. Definitely.
Yeah, all right. So we Tommy next.
Tommy was solid again. He's my guy. He's my fighter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Tommy 8.5.
Yeah, I think Tommy's like Aaron. You know, they is what you get. Is what you get. They are. It's going to take a very very good player to give him a horrid time. You know, no one's just going to get cheap change out of him. That's what I like. That's what I like.
Exactly.
I remember Lee Dixon was like. People never ever went on about Lee Dixon, but how many mistakes was he making till he got old? You know, just like hardly ever, just so solid. That's what you need.
That's what I mean. They're the solid man. No nonsense.
Mr.
So who's next, sorry?
Yeah, Mr. White, Mr. Ben White.
Mr. White. Ben. He had an alright game. Obviously, the penalty, as I keep saying to you, he's always diving in. He's always committing. He needs to just composure, man. He needs to relax a little bit. That's the only bit of his game that's disappointing to see. He always goes to broad too quickly.
But you know what? I'm gonna mention something. Have you noticed that a lot of the English defenders don't stay on their feet? It's almost like they want to dive in.
Yeah. So it's the Sunday League grassroots, isn't it? It's in their cause.
I don't get it. Like, get that out of your game. Like on the continent, like Maldini said it, like tackling has to be my last resort. I need to mark someone at the game. I need to read the game.
Yeah.
Step in first. Like, I just don't get it. Like, why they not teaching them this? I hardly ever see Gabriel go to ground. That's always like the last resort for him if he's trying to catch up. Like stand up your man, read the game and be there first and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I guess it will come. It just needs to come. He's ready to before, I think.
Yeah, that's true. He's still young. So because of that, I'm gonna have to give him a 6.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. I mean, he didn't have much to do apart from that main thing. He get skinned a lot and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll go with that for you. What about Gabriel?
Gabriel again didn't have much to do. Didn't really make any mistakes. He did attempt to drive with the ball a couple of times, but gave the ball away. A bit of sloppy passing. So I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, I think what he's gonna have to learn to do. Yes, I think he might pick as well, not only Ben White. He just has to, take his time and measure his time. I think because he's playing well. I saw my boy say something on BT Sports say that sometimes when we're doing something and it's working so well, we almost feel like other stuff game. Sometimes you actually pick the match day to do it rather than training.
Yeah.
So that will come with more experience. So
Yes. Was that Tierney
don't know
left?
if you.
Say that again, sorry.
Sorry about that. I was saying that whether you agree with the fact that Gabriel's, because he's so good at what he's already doing, and perhaps he's trying to do a bit too much.
Potentially, maybe he's
show that.
Yeah, I get that. Especially when you see Ben White doing it next to you, you probably think, oh, people are expecting me to do it. But
Yeah.
it's okay for Ben White to do that, and then you just continue to do what you're good at. Like that's okay. We don't mind that. We don't mind that, man.
Because at the moment he can go up and get headers. He's gonna get. I think he'll score at least another 2-3 headers this season and get us goals that way. Like you're good at that. You're good at attacking the ball. So whether defending it or going and attacking the ball, so you just keep doing that. You're driving and running with the ball. If it bruises you go, great. You're good at the other stuff. No one's gonna hardly. There's not many strikers that's gonna beat him in the foot.
Sorry.
Sorry about that. Yeah, there's lots of fast players in the Prem, but I can tell you this: there's not many that's gonna skin him for pace.
Yeah, exactly.
So, he's got his assets.
That's very true. And we've in the past we've had
So
some.
can you still hear me there?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was saying in the past we've had some slow defenders as well. You know what I mean? You've had your likes of your David Luiz's, your Mertesackers, even Pablo Mari's. Like we haven't always been blessed with fast centre backs, Holding, Chambers. So yeah, unfortunately, I think Brother Shepherd's dropped out. But yeah, if you're an Arsenal fan, you know we've not been blessed with fast centre backs at all. It's always been an issue, I think, because in the Premier League, you're going against people like Sterling, Jesus, Yahusay, you got Salah, Mane. Like, you're going up against pace, innit? Like, you need your at least one of your centre backs to be able to recover. That's something we have been lacking with in the past, and you can see how much difference it makes now having Gabriel. He's not going to get beat for pace. So yeah, I definitely agree. A centre back with pace in today's football is essential, very essential. I mean, you've seen it at Liverpool with Van Dijk. If Van Dijk didn't have pace, he wouldn't be able to make those recovery runs that we see so frequently. If something does go happen, so yeah, pace on the defender is a blessing, and it helps your team massively in attacking situations for the opposition. You back with us?
That's good. That's good. Yes, I'm back with us. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. I just had to sort out some connection stuff. So I think we're on to Tierney now. Out of 10, what we giving Kieran?
Yeah, I think Kieran was solid. Again, Leeds going forward was pretty well for today. I know Rafinha is a good player. Did scare me in the first 5 minutes, but after that, nothing much. So just have to give him a 7. Didn't have to do much, to be honest. Didn't get any. I don't think he got any assists. Yeah, he didn't get any assists today as he usually does.
Almost had that shot that went in though, so that was good to see him.
That's true.
He's looking to drive forward again, which is good.
Yeah, I have to give him a 7 because didn't get tested. Didn't get tested much, but didn't get beaten or play a bad game. So 7.
Yeah, to be honest, we know this. Like Nuno being signed has done a lot for Tierney's career because he knows not only is he gonna have to be on form, he's gonna need to stay fit to keep his place.
Definitely.
That's his only weakness, and I think that was the issue at the start of the season why we weren't seeing his best. I don't think he was fully fit, and these international rules, they need to be sorted out because I still think it's wrong that a player can get fit and the international team can just call them up and just go straight to play an international level. Especially for someone like Kenny, that could have been disastrous.
That's true. Yeah. But I'm sure it's up to the Arteta could have refused to send him out. Am I wrong?
I just think, yeah, that's true. But I think most clubs don't want to do that. They want to make that an emergency so that when they do ask countries to keep them back, countries will say yes. Because if they always say no at every point, then yeah, it'll be peak. And not all these managers are Fergie, who's one always getting his players to miss international duties.
Yeah, That's true. Fair enough. Fair enough.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, what are we saying for Partey first? Thomas.
Thomas the Tank Engine. Again, this was a game where I want to see Thomas do an absolute madness, completely control the game, just be immense. But it was just that average performance from him. Did everything, well, did most things right. I know he got a bit sloppy in the second half with his distribution and his ball retention. But I'd probably give him a 6. Just a 6. Nothing made me go like, wow, Partey is really on it today. And this is the kind of game where you want to say Partey is really on it today because it's a weak lead side. I think he was much better in the West Ham game and that was tough opposition. So yeah, I'll just give him a 6.
Yeah. I just think consistency as well. But we've been playing this, man. I mean, last year we blamed it on the injuries. There's nothing to blame it on this year.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think someone was saying that he had better players at Atletico, and that's why, just like with Pogba at Juve, it's easy to look better, and that's true. If you're around better players,
I mean, end of the day, La Liga
one will
is
play better.
nothing compared to Premier League.
Yeah, it's a lot slower as well. A lot slower. Yeah. A lot. So, but then the problem I have is that there's times where there's no pressure on him, and he has time to pick a pass. You're either playing it wrong or picking the wrong pass.
Yeah,
There's
that's
also
true.
times whereby he was getting better shots. I've seen some of these goals in the league, which is why I know he shot long range. He got the odd goal. Now maybe those odd goals came because he was still shooting high. Because I didn't watch a lot of Atletico games, but yeah, he must be scoring goals in training, which is why he's been hanging around the free kicks. You know, I just get scared every time I see him around. Just like, this is a wasted free kick here, man. Why? But you know, he's a pro. I'm not, so I fall back.
I feel you, but no, you have. I know what you mean. The
What about
shooting,
Xhaka?
is a bit hit and miss. As I said, I thought Shaka had a decent game, except for that rash moment. Obviously, he got an assist. Spread the ball quite nice. So I give him an 8. Got an assist. It was a good assist as well.
I would have done 7 or 7.5 because of that silliness, but you can't use one moment to just bring someone down. Yeah, and yes, Leeds had a lot of players out, but you still have to play what's in front of
you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Right,
And like I said, they
I'll
gave Chelsea a good game.
Exactly. And they had players out as well. Actually, hold on. Bamford came back for the Chelsea game, though.
Yeah.
And then got injured. When did that happen?
Yeah. It's unfortunate. With Bamford, it's unfortunate.
To be honest,
I think he's a quality striker.
I wonder if the Arsenal board because the season he also went to Leeds, wasn't it?
So, say that
I
again.
think so. It was, right?
So say that again. Correct.
Or was it the season before? The season that Emery came. Sorry, the season that Bielsa came to Leeds. That same season was the season that Emery came to Arsenal, wasn't it? Or was it the season before that Bielsa went to Leeds?
I think it was. A tough one. I'm not too sure. I think it was the same one though.
Yeah, I think it was the same one because obviously he didn't get them promoted the first season.
Yeah, he just missed out. Just missed out first season.
Right.
Yeah.
But they missed that first season, so they got promoted 2019, didn't they? Because last
1920
season was their first season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
1920. Oh no, he started the same year as Emery.
Yeah, started the same year. Yeah.
This is yeah. The reason I'm trying to say that, it would have been interesting to see what he could have done tools because obviously he's the more experienced coach, even more experienced than Emery. Let's be honest. But obviously, like people always said, you never got the really, really top jobs. Sometimes that happens in world football. But it would have been interesting because some people would say to me, "Oh, Arsenal should have gone for something like Benitez." Like, no. Benitez is done out here at the top level. There's a reason why he's getting your Newcastle's, your Everton jobs because people at the top table ain't going for him. So
That's true. That's true.
doing that. But if Arsenal wanted someone to, if some Arsenal wanted someone to steady the ship after Wenger, yeah, then your Ancelotti's and your Bielsa's people. But obviously they were looking at okay, who's going to for the future, so they go for people like that. But yeah, so back to Martin. What are you giving Martin?
I thought Martin was excellent.
Super
Couple
Martin.
of couple of gave the ball away a few times. He does need to get rid of that. I think he worked hard.
That will
He's
happen
always
in his position because of the fine line. Yeah.
yeah. But he did a lovely spread to Saka, a lovely little chip into Smith Rowe, and for those crucial moments, I'm going to give him a 9.
Yeah, definitely giving him a 9 as well.
Yeah,
I just think I think his energy is so on point. He's so fit, he's so ready, and the way he plays the game as well, man. Proper Arsenal player. Proper
yeah,
Arsenal
definitely,
player. Those are the
definitely Arsenal. Yeah,
players that we praise.
yeah,
Definitely
he fits the
Arsenal. I
mold.
could see why, because obviously, like most, most people wouldn't have thought Mikel Arteta was an Arsenal player, but at the time that we were looking for stuff, to be honest, he did all right as an Arsenal player. And I can see that he actually knows what the club needs and where the club needs to get back to. So I'll give him that. So the signings that he's trying to make stuff where he gets back, I can start seeing coming. So I'm not surprised when we get certain players and going for certain players. What about Saka? What are you giving Saka?
Yeah, I thought Saka was good. Got his goal. Looked a threat every time he was on the ball. He was driving. He was confident. Looks like he's enjoying his football. I give him an 8.5.
Yeah, yeah, I'll go with that. Well, Lacazette.
Like I said, for me, couple of moments where he's got a score, didn't. Um, but he worked hard. Good link up play. Helped out the team wherever he could. But for me, end of the day, you are the striker. When Odegaard's playing you in, we do need you smashing that top bin. So just having a bit of composure, because in another game, if that's our only chance, um, in the last 5 minutes of the game, and you do that, we're saying it's a terrible performance. So we do need to see a bit more consistency in his finishing. That's the only thing it's really blocking Laka from even being offered an extension here. So I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
give him a 7.
I reckon that's why he does get the extension.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give him a 7.
Yeah, that's right. And my man of the match. Only reason I personally wouldn't give him a 10 is because he didn't get the hat trick.
He did get the hat trick.
I don't put a foot wrong, to be honest. Yeah, but I don't think he put a foot wrong. So if you give him a 10, I won't hate on you. But the reason why I wouldn't give him a 10. But what are you giving him?
I'm giving him a 9.5 because he didn't get that hat trick.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, to be fair to him, it wasn't his fault. He was looking for it.
He was. He
It
was.
just didn't fall his way. And at the moment, you know how like Salah can find himself a goal, whether it be dribbling or driving or doing whatever. I think that's what we're going to see. Saka and Martin begin. Right now, Saka can find himself with skill or driving or get himself a yard of space and get in shooting position. Because shooting starts to improve, you're going to see. It's like that with Smith Rowe. Like he can get himself into shooting positions now, and you know, right foot or left foot, he's testing the keeper or
Yeah.
beating the keeper. So the potential for these, even Odegaard now, who's getting goals, like imagine you got 4 of these guys. who, when they're mature, can get you at least 20 goals a season. That's unheard of. You don't have teams who have 4 players getting 20 goals a season.
Yeah, just.
But potentially, like, you're seeing that with these guys. I just hope they do it at our club. Let's be honest. 2 seasons time, Arsenal's not pushing on. You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, he's on 7. Smith Rowe's on 7 already.
Competitive. These guys want trophies.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. He easily beat 20 this season. He carries on. You know what I'm saying? I know Martinelli is going to get double figures this season. No doubt about that. Him and Smith Rowe, I'm sure they'll get double figures. I want to say Saka definitely will, but let's see how it goes.
Yes, that's true. Let's see how it falls. It's looking bright.
Right. All right, man. Thank you so much, as always, joining on here. Look forward to the game, which you'll be there live on Tuesday.
I'll be at the Emirates, guys, on Tuesday to watch the demolition of Sunderland.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully see Balogun. Doubt I will. Probably going to see Nketiah, Pepe.
Yeah. You might not see Pepe, because there's this rumor about, that he plays games. Maybe it's just Premier League that you have to pay some money. How true is this? Have you heard about this as well?
I haven't heard about it now.
Arsenal love their money. Arsenal love them. That's why people like Walker and Arshad kept them getting stopped at the 5th minute. They played a certain amount of minutes. They had to pay them bonuses.
It's a shambles, man. It's a shambles.
I'll tell you one thing, man. They love their money. I'll give them that. They love their money.
All right.
Yeah. I just wish they loved winning the league.
Yeah, maybe one day, bro. Maybe one day, innit? Yes, thank you for watching, guys. Like and subscribe.
Excellent.